council.
Okay.
And our re-elected council also. And here we go. Let's all stand now, please. And pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, as I said tonight, or just now, it's kind of quick, I'm using my chair here. Like Maryland short behind here. This is a ceremonial meeting, and there will be no new business discussed except for the two motions that are on our agenda. And then we'll have the introduction after everybody is sworn in of their guests. We will also adjourn by the proper motion. And then afterwards, there's refreshments for everyone. Thank you. And the first person we will call this evening to be sworn in is our Mayor, Stan Cochee. Mayor Cochee. Coachie will be sworn in by Honorable Judge Brian Melling from the Bedford Court. Thank you, Brian.
Say a couple of words. Stan, unfortunately for Stan and I, we go back approximately 6 decades and have been lifelong friends. He and Marilyn are two of the people in Bedford who remember that at one time I was actually Chip. And I couldn't be more honored to be asked to swear him in this evening. So Stan, if you would raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Stan Cochee,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter and laws
and the Charter and laws
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully,
honestly,
honestly, and impartially
impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the
of
duties
the position of Mayor
of the position of Mayor
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Well, I promised a bunch of people I'd keep my speech to under 45 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna curtail my remarks till the other three are sworn in. I just, again, want to thank the Honorable Brian Melling for swearing in. Like you said, we go back a long, long way, and he's also been appointed or elected to another term, so congratulations to Brian. And with that, we can move on, Madam Vice Mayor, and I'll talk to you in a minute.
Next, we have Ward 1, and it's Sandy Spinks. With my honor to introduce Sandy as an incumbent to her ward. Her people just love her, and she goes over and above for everybody, including all of us in this room. Sandy, would you get sworn in, please?
You need a microphone?
Oh, and she's going to be sworn in by Marilyn Zalata.
If you want to stand by the thing, you can
Can you stand on the podium? You would be face to face.
just swing the mic.
Raise your right hand. I'm used to sitting by you, Marilyn. I, your name, Sandy Spinks,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter and laws
and the Charter and laws
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully, honestly, and impartially discharge the duties of the position
of the position
of Councilwoman of Ward 1
Councilwoman of Ward 1
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
of the City of Bedford,
So
Ohio.
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. That's for you, not for me.
I could, Marilyn, come back up here.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
As everybody knows, Marilyn retired, and after 26 years of giving her all to the city. She has been my mentor. She was the first person that I asked what she think about me running. She has been there and has given me very, very good advice. Her and her family are like family to us. She's very dear to me, so I couldn't think of anybody else who I had rather, besides my husband. Swear me in, but like I said, she is, I would only hope to be half the council person that she's been. I hope to be able to be as good as she has been to our city, to her residents and to the city, and we've got big plans for her. We're not letting her retire completely. We've got jobs for her to do. But Marilyn, I just truly thank you for all your advice through my 4 years, and thank you for encouraging me to run. I'm glad I did. It was the best thing I ever did. And besides me and Rob. So thank you very much for doing that. And it's
The
my
honor was all mine to swear you in. Usually I'm on the other side, so it was an honor to do that. I should have known this by heart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy.
I had a couple of people to introduce. Everybody knows my husband Bob is here in the front row. Couldn't have done this without him either. He was very temperamental the first time I campaigned. This time I didn't have to do so much, but it was such an honor to be reelected, and for 283 people to take their time to vote when I only needed one vote really meant, it was probably the biggest thank you I could have ever got. It was so heartwarming to know, you know, they didn't have to vote for me. I was in. All I needed was one vote, and I knew Bob was going to vote for me. And I knew I was going to vote for myself. So for people to take their time, normally I know when I go in and I see somebody unopposed, I don't always, you know, vote for them because they're going to get in. So that was a big thank you. I've got big plans for 2018, a lot of good things coming to Ward 1. I'm excited about it. Also here, I'm very excited that my stepson, Bobby, is here, and his lovely now fiance, which they just got engaged up on stage at the House of Blues, and we were there to witness it. It was an honor, and Leo, we welcome you to our family. We're so excited. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law, James and Colleen Spinks, they're here. My best friend Susie Brookie and her husband Dave, they're back there. And let's see, we've got Helen and Scott Briggs, my neighbors, my constituents, and then very dear friends, lifetime friends, McCoon and Sharika Pie. Not pie like you eat in the South, pie like, it's spelled a little bit different. But thank y'all very much for coming, and it's an honor to be here.
And next we'll have the swearing in of our new Ward 3 councilman, Victor Fluharty. He's sworn in by Sheriff Bob Reed.
I'll be easy. If I could just have a minute of your time. You know, at 30, it's been an honor to serve in the public sector for 38 years, 4 as county sheriff and 34 in the city of Bedford as in the police department, and then as 10 years as the city manager here. It's been an extreme honor, but it was also an extreme honor to work with you, Marilyn, for 26 years. You were wonderful. I knew every decision you ever made or anything that you ever asked for was always from your heart, for what was best for your ward. The only advice that I give the new councilman, instead of 4:45 on Friday afternoon to come in and talk for an hour and a half, is come in about 4 o'clock. So the city manager can get out of here about a little bit. I'll remember it. But it was always from your heart, and congratulations, and God bless you.
Thank you.
And with no further ado, raise your right hand. I, and state your name,
I, Victor Fluharty,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Charter and laws
the Charter and laws
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully,
and faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the position of Council Ward 3
of the position of Council Ward 3
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. And one other thing before I turn it over to the new councilman, it's an honor to swear you in. Vic and I have known each other for 25 years at least, going back to the days on the board of the YMCA and working for the YMCA. You've got huge shoes to fill, but I'm confident that you have the ability and the background to do it, and you're going to be a wonderful councilman. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bob, for coming. I appreciate it a lot. It meant a lot to me. I want to introduce my wife who's here, Sandy, and my sister, Brian, who's my two boys are on against the wall there, Brian and Patrick. My neighbors, Roseanne and her sister, Angie, I'm going to forget a name, and Mary Burge, who have known me since probably the first person I ever met when I moved to Bedford when I was 6 years old. So she used to babysit me. That's how many years I've known her. So that's been only, what, about 20 years ago? So. Yeah. But, and a few other friends that I've learned to know in the past. I mean, when I've been running, I've got to know a lot of people. And thank you again, Marilyn, for all the service you put in the city. And if it wasn't for her retiring, I wouldn't be standing up here. I'll tell you that right now. But somebody's got to take it over, and somebody's got to keep it moving. And like I said, I've lived in this city close to 50 years, so I didn't want to see it to go to somebody that just moved in the city. It's something I just felt was time to put some time and effort into what's going on around here and try to help. And I do want to appreciate these new people that I'm working with. Believe me, they're doing a great job. I've been impressed already, and I'm looking forward to working with these people. Thank you.
You're not gonna have these. So, I've known Heather Rhodes for just over 25 years, and I have watched her succeed at everything she's put her mind to. And I can't wait to see her do it for Bedford. Please raise your hand. I, Heather Rhodes,
I, Heather Rhodes,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the charters and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and the charters and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully, honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and
discharge the duties of the position
discharge the duties of the position
of Councilwoman Ward 5 of the City of Bedford.
of Councilwoman Ward 5 of the City of Bedford.
So help me God.
So help me God. I just want to thank everyone who helped me get here. I know that there were a lot of people that helped me get here, and I appreciate every one of you. I think this past Christmas, my oldest and his fiance told me that they are planning on moving back to Bedford because he very much wanted to be part of that, and I felt that that was probably one of my greatest accomplishments in life, was to know that moving here and living here had made so much of an effect on my children that they felt like that they wanted to continue in this community. And if you know anything about me, my family is not like that. My family is spread all over the United States. So, to know that my children want to come back and live in this community is very important, and I hope to continue to make this community a place where everyone would like their children and their grandchildren to come back to. So thank you very much.
Now I'll continue with the 45-minute. Keyword, it's going to be under 45 minutes. Anyhow, again, thanks for everybody being here tonight on such a cold, cold night. First, I want to thank my wife, Marilyn, for being here. Without her, I couldn't do this job. She supports me all the way, kicks me in the pants when I need it. Every now and then. My son, Jason. And my mom, Jean. Will be in March, she'll be 90 years old. And I also want to welcome Senator Kenny Yuko. Senator is a great friend of the city of Bedford, and I'll tell you, he's probably the hardest working guy down in Columbus. This guy's everywhere. He came last meeting and gave us some certificates from the Senate congratulating on us getting reelected and elected, and appreciate that. And you had, what, 100 other ones?
Yes, we do.
And he delivered all of them. And I appreciate you taking time out to be here tonight. Again, thank you.
Congratulations to you, Mayor, and the council, and the entire city of Bedford Heights. You did a great job.
And next in, we have from our school board, Jim Finch. Will I get the honor next week to swear him in? That's a great thing. And of course, our sheriff, Bob Reed, where'd he go? And former city manager, former police chief, and friend.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I just want to say welcome to our two new members of council. And welcome back to one of our older members of council now. She's length of term. Again, as I've said many times before, that the strength of our council has always been that we didn't always agree. In our caucus room there, we've had some good knockdown drag-outs, but at the end of the day, we all work together. And like I say, if we all agreed, it'd be pretty boring, and we probably wouldn't accomplish a whole lot. You need some back and forth to get things moving in the right direction. But the big thing is, we always talked about the issues and not the person. We never let personality get in the way of what we had to do for the city. And it wasn't something that came up and said, oh, it was your idea? No, forget it, I'm not even going to go there. It wasn't that. We all look at the issue, and Marilyn can tell you, for the 26 years she did it, it was all about the issue and what's best for the city of Bedford. And we're going to continue to do that. And I'm very confident our new members will just see what that's all about and sit right in there too. And not to say yes to everything. Again, we need some back and forth to keep things going. But it's been a pleasure of mine to serve for the last 4 years as your mayor, and getting reelected unopposed. I am not going to just sit back and say, I'm in. I don't have to do anything, because I didn't have to promise anybody anything. Maybe that's one of the good things of being on the board, you don't make a lot of promises. But I don't take it lightly that I did get reelected. And I will promise you, I will work as hard or harder than I have the last 4 years, along with this council and this administration, to keep this city moving forward. Over the last 8 years, things have been pretty tough. From 2008, when the Great Recession hit, we are probably at the bottom, and we now have light at the end of the tunnel. We can see we're going to make some progress. Things are going to happen in 2018 on the positive side. I'm excited about it. You're going to see some stuff happen overnight that we've been working on for 3 or 4 years. So I won't get into a lot of that, but I will invite all of you to come January 21st, 25th, the State of the City address, when we'll get into a lot more detail on what we have done the past year and what we're looking to do this coming year and beyond. So I would certainly ask all of you to come and join us at Light of Hearts Villa on the 25th at noon for our State of the City address, where we'll get into those ideas and talk about some good things that are happening in town. I'm not going to get into all that now, but again, I can promise you we're going to work hard to keep things moving in the right direction. And you have my promise on that. Again, thank you all for being here. Now, we have a couple of housekeeping items we have to take care of, and then we'll have some refreshments, so on with the business. And also, we have Deborah Turner just joined us. She's candidate for Tom, please judge, right?
That is correct.
Yes, thank you. She's the prosecutor for the city of Bedford Heights, so welcome. Clerk, call the roll.
Ezak.
Yes. I mean,
Here. Janutus.
Here.
Fluharty.
Here.
Saunders.
Here.
Rhodes.
here.
Speaks.
Here.
Cochi.
Here. Under new business, I need a motion appointing vice mayor. Can I have a nomination for that position? Would you like to nominate? Paula Meese. Do I have a second? All the other. Judas? Seeing no others, I would also like a motion to appoint Paula Mezak as our vice mayor for the next 2 years. Motion by Rhodes?
Sure.
Yep, that's how you gotta do it. Second by Fluharty. I'll let the new people do it. Call the roll, please.
Ezak.
Abstain.
Janutus.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Saunders.
Yes.
Rhodes.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Cochi.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I won't let the city down.
And I need a motion to appoint someone to the Bedford Historical Society. Do I have a nomination? Mrs. Mezak, would you like to make that?
My nomination for this position would be Sandy Spinks.
Sandy Spinks, thank you. A second? By Fluharty. All in favor? Seeing no others, I need a motion now for the appointment of Sandy Spinks as our representative to the Historical Society. Motion by Janutus, second by Rhodes. I gotta get used to that.
That's okay. It's been a long time.
I know, see some different faces there. Call the roll, please.
Ezak.
Yes.
Janutus.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Saunders.
Yes.
Rhodes.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Cochi.
Yes. exhaustion of guests, but I kind of took care of most of those. There's, anybody else want to say something before we adjourn?
I actually forgot to introduce my family.
Oh.
So I have my husband here and 4 of my 5 children. My oldest couldn't make it, so Gavin.
Stand up.
Thank you guys for coming.
Wouldn't miss it.
I'd like to thank Betsy, the president of the Historical Society, for coming, and I look forward to being on the board, Betsy.
Yep. Thank you. And with that, can I have a motion for adjournment? By Spinks, seconded by Janutus. Call roll.
Ezak?
Yes.
Janutus?
Yes.
Gordon?
Yes.
Saunders?
Yes.
Rhodes?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes. Thanks for coming. Now, please stay for some refreshments.